Welcome to Leeds United fans. I'm joined again this month by Luke, or this week, should I say? Sorry. Well, we couldn't have asked for anything more there today, could we? I know obviously a win would have been great, but a draw against a very good Brighton side. I said it the last podcast. I take a draw all day, and I'm happy we got a draw.
And goals.
Exactly. Even more to the point, and two good goals as well.
Yeah.
Two
Bamford
crackers,
on the
actually.
score sheet. Mr.
Yeah.
Bamford on the score sheet. And Mr. Harrison on the score sheet. He fucking needed to, mind.
Oh God, Harrison today we were fucking talking during the game and we're like, oh, get him off, get him off. But to be fair now, his crossing was decent today and he got a great goal.
Yeah, his crossing was good. He just made an error for that own goal. Like, at
You
the
know,
time, we were angry, but
he should have just cleared it with his right foot. I don't know what he was doing trying to clear that with his left foot. Like it was just ridiculous. Like,
I was a shocker. But he made up for it, in fairness.
and the irony of it all is that the fucking he scored the left. He scored the own goal with his left foot, and then he scored the fucking cracker with his right foot. So why couldn't he clear
Mm.
the for the right foot the whole time? But sure, look at.
Split second decision, I suppose.
Yeah, we won't rip him apart. The only player now today that I will be very critical of was Luke Ayling, who had an absolute shocker today.
Mm.
Oh man, they caught him time and time again. They kept tacking his side.
One bad game.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to say get the pitchforks out and drop him and all that, but he was bad today. Let's be fair. He was
Yeah,
he was bad today.
yeah. He wasn't great. And my theory of putting him up front wasn't really done much credence. He
No,
had
no,
a
I
couple.
think some lad outside the stadium walking his dog would probably in more danger of that ball than the goalkeeper. Like,
Aye, but so
oh no, no.
impressed with
One
fair
thing.
play again now.
I was just about to say that, man.
Ah, story
Who
for me.
who would have called this 2 months ago that our left side would be as solid as it is with Firpo and Wobber?
I get stuck in.
Jesus, man, this is unbelievable. The Firpo of now. What the hell, man? He's our best player really at the moment, isn't he?
I think we'll lose Stroke in the summer because I think the writing's on the wall for him.
I
I
wouldn't
don't,
say that now, man. He's only just back from a concussion, like and there's squad depth, like
the squad depth, but will he want to be number two? I don't think he will.
we'll sure look at we. I wouldn't go. We can't really go jump into any conclusions yet. We're still not safe in this division, man.
That's true.
We can't make any future predictions at the moment because it's still so much football to go. Like, who's to say that Firpo isn't going to pick up an injury and Strike gets back in, or Wobber picks up a knock and Strike gets in there? There's so much football and so much time left yet. We can't really make any sort of second guess.
We don't even hear about Liam Cooper anymore.
Well, he's injured.
Is he injured?
Oh, he's been injured now for weeks. He isn't even on the bench.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
noticed
he's
that.
injured. He picked up a foot injury or something.
What in
One of those.
training?
I think so. I don't know, to be honest. I just know he picked up a foot injury, and it's one of those complicated ones. 'Cause, like, we've already
Oh,
seen it in the past with Bamford with a foot injury, how fucking bad it can be. Sinistera got a foot injury, and it took him out for ages as well too. Like, they were just a complex injury, so we'll see. But then again, Wubber's flying in there, so we don't miss him.
no, no.
Don't miss him.
I wouldn't put him in anyway.
Not now. Not now. No, not now.
No.
He's lost his place now. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was.
But
He made one thing I'd say about the manager today. He made great substitutions at the right times.
yeah, because I was a bit underwhelmed by the overall selection, if I'm honest.
Hmm.
Bamford playing at first, Gonto on the bench, but then like we said before this, he's been found out over
Hmm.
90 minutes, so having him
Yeah.
as an impact sub works. But yeah, the substitutions worked well, and then we wanted Harrison off, but it's a good job he didn't actually.
No, he kind of. Yeah, man. Gracia obviously sees something in Harrison.
Oh, and we always did. He's just not having a good. He's not had a good season.
And he's done all right now. The game of two halves, man. We were tragic in the first half. I know we got an equaliser, but other than that, we were diabolical. We were standing there like watching them play. It was annoying me. Even the fans were turning like
Yeah,
the fans
no,
were turning hard.
much better in the second half. Um, I thought Aronson played quite well. He looked dangerous.
Yeah, he's kind of on a more of a, how do I say it? He's kind of like the last man forward now, isn't he? He's kind of going the one with the speed to take off. They're kind of using his pace. Like it didn't really work that well today against Brighton, but the Brighton are a unit like so.
It, he's lacking the final product, but then we are as a team generally. So,
But there was encouraging
um,
signs today, man, especially in that second half.
oh
Like you know,
yeah, 2 goals, 2 wonder goals, granted, but it doesn't matter how they go in.
and with Rodrigo back, like he wasn't at the races today. Rodrigo, he was off the fucking pace completely. But
Well, it
and
would
with
be.
people on fans now be saying, "Oh, Rodrigo, he's back to his the old Rodrigo," and you're like, he's been out for 2 months. Come on, get
Yeah.
him back on the pitch and just get him integrated again. And he had a chance, a sort of half chance near the end, but could have been a penalty, but it was well defended in the end. And but he'll be back again. It was just getting him going. And even Sinistera, he only got a couple of minutes. He got out like.
I didn't expect to see either of them on the bench, so that was a bit of a shock.
Oh, I knew they were on the. I knew they were on. I messaged about that a few days ago. That Gracia said in the press conference that they were very, very close. He wasn't sure exactly if they were going to be on the bench or how he was going to work them, but they're both obviously nearly there. Like,
You said that they were back in training. I didn't know they were coming on the bench, but
no, they're
yeah,
back in first
no.
first team training. It's first team training. Like,
Yeah, true, true.
if you're not going to be in first team training if you're not there. Like,
That was true. So no, that was a nice little surprise. Didn't see much of Rutter today.
oh,
Um,
just again they're integrating them, and you could. I liked what they were doing with them when they were bringing them on as a sub. They weren't talking to him. They had this little diagrams at a book, and they were there showing him where to do and what to do it like.
right.
Like Marsh would have standing there on the fucking sideline telling them what to do. A lad that's French that came from Germany. So
Yeah.
he'd probably be there nodding his head. Oh yeah, I understand everything you say, boss, and he hasn't a clue what he was saying probably. At least with diagrams, they can tell him like they can say, right, do this, and do this. And to be fair, he hit a great little ball in for Nanto.
He does get back in defence.
Yeah, there was that little ball he hit from Nanto now was very, very good. Perfectly weighted pass, and again, it was just unlucky. But and even Nanto, when he came on, he had a great little weighted pass too for Aronson, where they got the yellow card, Cancelo, or
Yeah,
however his name is.
he looked dangerous. And
Yeah,
you've got to remember, we're playing Brighton, and they're a really good team.
they're going for Europe, like.
Oh yeah,
And
they're
we
not going for Europe. They're going for Champions League. They are in the hunt for Champions League.
we didn't deserve a win today, but we definitely deserve to get something out of that game.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with the result, and I'm just happy we scored.
Yeah, and that's the main thing now. That'll get the confidence flowing within the team again. Now that we got a point away at home, sorry. So I say sorry to Brighton. Got 2 goals. I didn't see the first goal at all, so I can't comment on it because the stream just went on me. The second one was that own goal, which was just one of those things. So all in all, a good performance, but apart from that, we have said on before, Alien was caught out time and time again. They didn't even attack the left side because they knew Firpo and Wobber were fucking solid. So they just went for Alien side the whole time, and they kept catching them time and time again.
Every time they went up the left, Poe Adam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why they didn't even bother. They just went for Alien side.
And he picked up another booking towards the end for Poe, but yeah,
He doesn't pick.
means,
He used to pick them up every game. Like
means he's getting stuck in.
I wouldn't mind a player getting the odd yellow card. Like that's football. But Jesus, man, last season he was guaranteed Firpo come on, get booked, and
Yeah.
do something absolutely catastrophic and probably get substituted or injured or something.
So, notice McKennie was an impact sub again today. Not again today, but today started with Mark Rocker.
The more I think about it, the more I agree with that. Adams plays better with Rocket.
To be honest, I didn't really have an opinion on it either way. I'm quite happy if McKennie or Mark Rocker starts.
I'm thinking now that myself, the more the time that goes on, that Raka and Adams seem to have a better understanding in that role. Because McKenny's not a central CDM; he's more of an attacking midfielder. Like
Well, that is true. He is an attacking midfielder, and it might be interesting to see him start instead of Aronson in that position.
maybe
So,
so, yeah.
because I've never seen him play central defensive midfielder for Juve.
No, he doesn't. One of the games recently he started in the head of them with Raka and Adams, and he started in the more attacking role as the middle three. Like
Hmm. Yeah, it's odd that he's slotted straight into central defensive.
I think in a lot of regards, Gracia is still figuring out his best 11. To be honest, because he couldn't figure out his best 11 because Rodrigo
Yeah.
was out, Sinisterra was out, Rocca was only coming back from an injury. Rutter had only arrived a few weeks earlier from a new country.
I
McKennie
was
only a new arrival too, like so he couldn't just pick up the pieces and figure out his perfect team overnight. This was going to take a few games for him to figure out. Like
with those two coming back, they might just be hitting form for those 3 home games.
I think the players we have back now are back at exactly the right time,
Yeah, that's what I think.
and
We were a bit, we
we've
were a
got
bit
two
worried
we've
last
got
week.
two options now for every position, which is great.
That is good. We were worried last week because we've been saying now we've got these 3 home games coming up, and the last one's Liverpool, and then they went and absolutely tonked Man U. But then they've lost today to Bournemouth, so
Yeah,
who,
Liverpool are
who,
a Jekyll and Hyde team,
fucking,
but
who
I'm still
fucking
I'm
knows
still
with
not overly
Liverpool?
confident about that game because that's going to be a tough game. I'm looking at other games. I'm not looking at Liverpool now. I'm looking at Crystal Palace. I'm looking at Wolves, teams like that. Teams that
Yeah,
were around. Like
yeah. Those, yeah. These players coming back in, if we can keep them fit, it's what's in it. Which Sinisterra are we going to get though?
well,
Because he's.
If Sinisterra gets a run of games, he's pure class, man.
Would you start him next game or would you keep him on the bench?
Oh, I wouldn't start him yet. He's clearly not ready yet. They brought him
Yeah, I
on.
mean,
They brought him on for 2 minutes today just to get him integrated again.
yeah, true. So Bamford to start the next game then, up front.
I'd
Rodrigo.
say so. I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that the way it's going to be for the next couple of games will probably be a lot of substitutions. I'd say
Mm,
because he's got a lot of players now that are they're just coming back. Like and the last thing you want to do is fucking bring them back too quick and aggravate an injury. Like
true.
that would be absolutely stupid. Like
Very impressed with Melier today.
Asher Mellier is a great goalkeeper, man.
He was really good today. I mean, it ended up in the back of the net thanks to Jack Harrison, but I think it came off Wilbur or Cock, and he had to make a split-second save, and it
He
was
did.
a beauty. He made a few today.
He did. Sometimes I just see people criticizing Meslier, and I was just like, what?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
that goal! Who was it? The goal that got the cracker goal? Who was it? Remember that they put it in the top corner a couple of games ago? Shit, who was it?
Ah,
You know what I'm on about?
who did we lose to last? Was it
Fuck, who
who did
was
we
that?
lose to last week?
Was Chelsea we lost to last week?
Oh no, that was a header, wasn't it?
The header, yeah, the jumping header. The game before that, anyway. Put it right into the top corner, and people were saying, "Oh, Meslier was caught. He was caught. He was off his line," and you're just like, you don't
Yeah,
save them. You don't save them. It doesn't matter if you're Neuer or you're whoever else. Like I just some of the criticisms I do see aimed at players sometimes by so-called fans. I'd say that in the loosest possible terms because they were clearly dropped on their head as fucking babies. Like,
yeah.
oh my god, some of the opinions, like, oh dear lord.
And the thing is, all right, so let's drop Melier then. Who do you play?
Well, exactly. Well, Robles is a good backup, but Meslier is just
Superior.
every goalkeeper in the world gets caught at some point. It doesn't matter who you are, like.
Yeah, even the very best.
Exactly. Like I've seen some of the best keepers in the world make absolute clangers. Like. It's just a
Yeah,
part of the game, but
David De Gea makes them every few months.
he used
I
to
mean,
make them every game nearly.
he's a very good goalkeeper, but every couple of months he'll drop a clanger.
Oh yeah, that's the way it is. Looks like we've seen probably the end of Rasmus Christensen, though, doesn't it? Starting to look that way, isn't it?
That's gone very oddly.
That's an unusual one. He was an absolute cracker for a while there, and then he went off to the World Cup, and he's came back, and there's no sign of him at all.
He wasn't on the bench, was he?
He
Was
was
he?
on the bench. He was on the bench. Yeah.
I mean, Ayling has been playing. I know he didn't play brilliantly today, but Ayling has been playing well.
He's got a great. Alien is a great player. Again, he was just today. He's just that's Alien for you. He'll just have one of those days where he just gets caught out all the time.
I don't understand the Christensen thing though. I really don't.
It's weird.
Mm.
A few months ago, we were saying Christensen was an undroppable player, and Firpo was like getting in the fucking bin, and that was kind of completely fussed.
At least it's swapped. At least we've still got a player that's being unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, in all, now today can't really complain about anything really. We played all right. The first half we didn't play well.
No, we didn't.
The second half we came out better. Good use of substitutions. Encouraging to see Rodrigo back. Sinisterra's back. Harrison was done. We've Harrison. He's hit and miss as we know.
He
But
was better
today, when his
than
crossing was good today, and he got a great goal, like so, we have to give him his dues for that. Like,
he was. We both criticised him during the game, but he was actually better than what we were saying.
hmm. I just think at this stage it's just a recurring theme for us during watching the game to give out about Jack Harrison at least 2 or 3 times, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Somerville, though, I don't know what the real story with Somerville is, though. It's a weird one. Is he kind of?
He's reverting back to that before that little golden patch that he had.
He done all right, like, but he didn't really do anything as such, did he?
Having said that, look at who they're playing.
Yeah, they're playing Brighton, like.
Look at who they're playing, and none of them are that good at the moment up front. We are still devoid of ideas. We scored 2 screamers.
Hmm. But that was about it,
We,
like.
we are devoid of. We attack. There's no doubt about it. We get forward, but that final bit, we are devoid of ideas. But it's like, I mean, you made the perfect point in the game when Bamford scored. Look what happens when you fucking shoot.
Exactly, like. Like that was one thing in the previous games that was always starting to really get to me. I was just like, will you just have a shot? Like, shoot! That's
Tyler
stop
Adams
this
had one.
fucking walking the ball into the net. Like you're not fucking prime Arsenal under Arsene Wenger with fucking Bill
Exactly.
Tord and Henri and all the rest. Like like play to your fucking ability.
Tyler Adams had a pop in the first half, and it didn't really trouble them.
Hmm.
But he was one of the worst culprits a couple of games ago for taking too many touches and not getting his shot off.
Mm-hmm.
Nottingham Forest, that was who scored the wonder goal.
Yeah. That was the one. Yeah,
Just
but
just came.
just came back to you there. I knew probably one of us would remember it, but no, I think we're still in the bottom three, and a few results didn't go our way today as such.
Yeah.
But with the players we've got coming back now and the amount of games we have,
Oh, we're not a drop.
we're not guaranteed to go down by any stretch of the imagination. That will encourage them today, especially against Brighton.
We're not cut adrift in any way.
Nobody is.
No, Leicester are very much in it now. They're only a point
Oh,
above us.
Leicester are in free fall.
They played well today, apparently. They were against Chelsea. And Chelsea, in fairness, that win against us has boosted them no end.
So they bet dormant in the week.
Beat Dortmund and deserved it. Apparently, they've played pretty. They've scored 3 goals today.
So they're starting to click.
Yeah, they are, and they look good against Dortmund. In fairness, but it started with a patchy. I wouldn't say undeserved, but they were they were poor against us.
We deserve a draw that game, man.
We did, but they got the win, and it's all of a sudden it's 3 wins in a row, and their confidence is sky high. They're in next round at Champions League.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
that's
it. Exactly, and then we'll probably finish this one up for now. Not really much more we can say for today. Who are we playing next? Oh, for fuck's sake, I should know this.
I've got Arsenal in my head.
No, it's not Arsenal. I don't think.
We've got them soon now, haven't we?
I should have looked this up during before the game. I was just at the end of that game. I was just so happy to actually get a point that I just kind of forgot myself.
Oh, it's
No,
Wolves next.
with Wolves next. Wolves next. Sorry, with Wolves next.
So we've got we've got two away games. We've got Wolves and then
Arsenal.
Arsenal both away, both 3 o'clock Saturday kickoffs.
Yeah, to be honest with you, man, I'd look at that and I think if we get a point out of those two games, I think realistically,
I don't think
we're
we
not getting anything from Arsenal. Let's be honest. Arsenal are a
no.
machine. We're not getting anything out of that. Let's be real about it. If we do, I'll be amazed.
I think we could sneak a 1-0 away at Wolves, you know.
Yeah, Wolves can't score.
Yeah.
Wolves are incapable. Wolves are nearly worse than us when it comes to scoring. Like,
But we get these two games out of the way, and then it all starts on a Tuesday night at home to Forest,
yeah, and then we've got
followed
Crystal Palace.
followed quickly by Palace on the Saturday,
And
and then
after that, then we've got Liverpool,
on the
Fulham,
Monday. So
Fulham away, Leicester at home, which is a big one.
that Liverpool game is a Monday kickoff. I wonder if that might work in our favour.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. We'll see because they'd work against us too. And then we have Bournemouth away, Man City away. Oh, forget about that. Newcastle at home, West Ham away, and Spurs at home. We've got
Spurs at home. You know what? Spurs at home, that could go anywhere.
exactly but the home games now are the key games going forward. It's just. And Fulham have kind of hit a bit of a patch as well too. They've kind of fallen off as well too. Like there's a lot of teams, and when you get up near teams near the end of the season, if they're happily in mid-table, they're the teams
Yeah,
who want to be playing. Like we've got no games in the end of the season in the bottom half of the bottom relegation candidates outside Leicester and Nottingham
yeah.
Forest, obviously, and maybe Wolves to a degree.
I'd like to see us get a result against Wolves. I mean, I'd like to see us get a result against everyone, but I'm hopeful of a result against Wolves. I don't think they're all that.
But they're not. No, they're a good team, but they can't score.
I can see us getting a clean sheet. I could easily see us getting a clean sheet against Wolves. It's whether we can pick something off. Just scrape a 1-0. Do wonders for the confidence.
And with the players coming back into the fold now, there's options. Like there's if
Play
it's
gone off the bench again.
and we've got 5 substitutions as well now, which is a lot more to play with. Like so,
I'd be very interested to see. I think Bamford will start.
yeah,
I wonder if he'll play Harrison, McKennie, Ruta.
I wouldn't think so.
I'd kind of like to see it.
I'd like to see it, but I think he's trying to get the team playing in a style now, and at the moment he's just going to use the young lads as kind of like impact players.
Well, Somerville's a young lad.
He is, but he's kind of that on the right side of the midfield at the moment. Like Nanto's left sided, Sinisterra is
Yeah.
left sided.
Yeah.
Rutter is kind of what I can see is left sided as well. We've got an awful lot of players in one. They go into one area, like so. When we haven't got an abundance of right footers. Like it was either Aronson or Somerville on the left on that side.
Can McKennie play over that way?
You wouldn't play him at wide. He's not. He'd be no use to out wide.
Would you not?
That's all not. He's a centraler.
What else have we got that can play out there?
Alien.
Ailing. That's not a bad call, actually.
No, that's the reason Somerville is. But look at.
Why have we got so many left-sided?
Sure, look at man. I won't get into the Arta thing, but he's a bit too fucking arrogant for his own good at times. I think.
Who's that? Sorry.
Victor Orta.
Oh, Victor Orta.
What's your answer to January's problem, Mr. Orta? I know we'll pay 36 million for a 20-year-old kid.
Left foot-sided forward, not the striker that we needed.
Yeah.
Or even a right-sided that we could have done with. That said, they do tend to play these players all the way across.
Yeah, they don't really have any fix of all. They kind of do switch and swap, like so.
Harrison can play both. I'm sure we're seeing Rutter on the right, so not that he's done anything yet, but
look, he didn't do it too awful bad today when he came on, Rutter. As I say, he played a great little ball in for Nanto, and
I know, but I'm a very impatient man, and when you've spent 36 million on someone, you want results.
Yeah, but look at it. We spent fucking how much did we spend on Rodrigo? And it's only this season he's coming good. Like,
True. Yeah, yeah, he was 30 million.
yeah, he was. We've paid up a heap of money for Dan James as well too. So where's he? He's rotting on the bench at Fulham. Like,
I don't get that.
he's
I
shit.
don't, he's
He's shit.
not.
That's why.
He's not shit.
He's terrible footballer. He's Sonic the Hedgehog without a brain. That's the only way I describe him as fucking Sonic the Hedgehog without a brain. He just runs and
Absolutely.
runs and runs, and he's just looking at his face the whole time, panicked look on his eyes, like
I saw him play
uh,
well for Man United.
looks like he's took too many dodgy drugs and went running around the field playing football. Like the eyes just glaring out of his head. Like, oh, he's a terrible footballer, Dan James. Terrible, terrible footballer.
I thought he was decent. I really did. Maybe I didn't see enough of him.
Anyway, sure. Look at. We'll leave it at that now. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back for the Wolves game, and I hope we hope a win, but a point to be another point. Like,
I'm saying 1-0 Leeds.
I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right.
Junior Firpo, 89th minute winner.
Jeez, don't do that. A bit more comfortable than that now. She's a bit more comfortable than that. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll be back next time.